Collen rocks hard, man. I loved photographing his guitars. The first time I photographed his guitars was at NAMM and in the Jackson booth. That's how we rerouted it that way. And I showed up at the Jackson booth and I worked there with his Jackson rep. And they were brand new signature guitars. And the booth was uber cool. It's in the custom shop area up at NAMM. And it was all tricked out with red velvet seating, and you know, they had these lights like concert lights. And I did the shoot, and the concert lights, you know, it was red. There was a lot of red in it, so there was like this redness in there that you couldn't get out. The images were cool, very cool. However, Phil showed up at NAMM, and I got to say hi to him, and I said, you know, I'm so happy I got to photograph your guitars. They're great signatures. Never played though. You know, I'd love to have something, you know, that's got some wear on it. And he goes, I know just what you want. And he goes, where do you live? I go, I'm in Malibu. He goes, we're neighbors, come on. So I drove over to his house, we set that up, and he had his Soul guitar out for me. Jackson, gorgeous, beautiful guitar. And Phil has a, you know, nice relationship with his guitars, and he calls them certain things, and this particular one was called Soul you know, soothe your soul, Soul and gorgeous guitar. Then he said, well, you know, I've got this other guitar upstairs, you know, maybe you might be interested in it. And I'm like, okay. So he comes down and he brings out his Dread guitar, which is another Jackson that's been hand painted with the Dread on there, and it glows in the dark. It's a very, very cool guitar. And then he's like, you know, I've got this other guitar, you know, another Jackson that he was telling me. He goes, I had in the neck stock embedded this face that was a necklace that I used to wear. He goes, you want to see it? I'm like, sure. So he brings that guitar down, and that was actually his signature Jackson that year. And when he was in Mexico, his guide gave him this silver face that was a necklace, and he wore it for a very long time, and then the chain broke, and so he ended up loving loving that face so much that he had it embedded in his signature guitar. So we took these chains, these very cool silver chains that he wears, and we draped those along the guitar, and we've got that neck stock with the silver head in it. Then something that's really cool about guitarists, and they really love their wives, and it's beautiful when they bring the wife into their music. And he had just recently gotten married to his current wife Helen, and she's also a bass player, and he made a guitar for himself called Splatter that he's painted with paint, and it looks like a splatter job all over. And he made a bass just like it for his wife Helen, so they have matching guitars. And he hand wrote in Japanese on the bottom of each one of them his name in Japanese. So they're very unique guitars, and I've seen him play that one a lot. In fact, when Def Leppard performed on Celebrity Apprentice, they came out and he was playing that splatter guitar on TV. So, you know, it was very cool. Phil's a fun guy, nice guy. It was very nice to spend time with him. The dude's buff, man. And he gets out there and he rocks some hard rock. We love Def Leppard. Thanks, Phil.